Well, veterans, it looks like it's your turn on the chopping block. And this is one time I can truly say I'm sorry that you've been invited to a party you don't want to attend. Hey guys, my name's Will, this is the Back 40, and let's talk about it. According to a newly released memo from the Department of Veterans Affairs, the Doge Boys are coming after the VA in the tune of 70 to 80,000 jobs. As a matter of fact, that same memo says that the hope of the Doge Boys is to take the staffing levels at the Veterans Administration all the way back to the levels that they were at in 2017. This is all being led by VHA Secretary Doug Collins, who's cut from the same cloth as that heel nipper J.D. Vance. You see, Doug Collins thinks that the VHA and other departments are part of the D.C. swamp, that it's full of waste, fraud, and mismanagement. Well, you know what we do here on the Back 40. We inject the facts into the falsehoods that the Trump administration puts out on a daily basis. And here are some of those facts. First of all, the VHA sends out millions of surveys each year, and they get over 2.8 million surveys back. That's 15 to 20% better than private sector healthcare companies get when they send surveys to their customers. Our veterans are not shy about sharing their opinions about VHA care, and an astounding 92% of them are very pleased with the care they get. They're so pleased that they give most veterans facilities either a 4 or 5-star ranking. And in case you were wondering how that compares to non-VA facilities, the VA scores 39% higher on their surveys than private sector hospitals do in theirs. And here's a little fact that's going to gild your lily. Did you know that while Elon Musk and the Doge Boys are trying to cut Veterans Affairs staffing levels all the way back to 2017 levels, the number of appointments that the VHA is trying to process each year increased by 6% just last year alone? That's right. Why a multi-billionaire who never has to worry about paying for his health care is busy cutting the VA back to 2017 levels? The VA is trying to deal with an increase of 6% in the number of appointments that they have to schedule every year. Put that one on the back burner and think about it while we cover a few additional facts. Here's another simple fact. The VA is the gold standard for offering services to veterans in this country. They simply offer services that other private hospitals are either not good at offering or don't offer at all. So Secretary Collins can take his allegations of fraud and abuse and bury him in the same hole he buried his integrity in so many years ago. Because the truth of the matter is, this isn't about fraud and abuse. This is about the privatization of the VA. And folks, I'm convinced that this is the overall grift with the destruction of the federal government. Break it into small, underfunded pieces and let the billionaires come in and scoop it up. Let me give you an example. If they break apart the VA, then they'll have to allow private hospital organizations and corporations to step in and offer these services to veterans. Services that they offer at a 39% less customer satisfaction rate, and services that they would have to create from scratch that they don't offer now. And you can rest assured that Donald Trump and his billionaire friends, well, they'll own a piece of all those private companies that buy up these services once they've underfunded the VA to that extent. Now here's where I get on my soapbox. I've talked multiple times about the number of veterans that have served in my family, and I've seen the comments from all of you. You've all had veterans that have served in your families as well, and you're proud of them. Some of them gave the ultimate sacrifice, and they're no longer with us. Others came back with PTSD and other issues, both physically and mentally, that the VA deals with on a daily basis. Can you imagine making those sacrifices for your country, and then you come back home, and these billionaires and the Doge Boys, in combination with senators and congressmen who get a paycheck every 2 weeks and never have to worry about health care, are tearing apart the very healthcare foundation that you rely on? It's disgusting. Many of you know that it was my lifelong dream as a child to serve in the military, just like my grandfathers did. But I couldn't do that because of a horrible farming accident I had as a kid. But you know what? I can certainly stand beside our veterans today to thank them for all of the sacrifices they've made by defending the health care that they deserve. And that's exactly what we're going to do here on the Back 40. We have members of the Back 40 sending letters every day, sending emails every day, making phone calls every day to stand up for the government services that are so needed by marginalized people in this country and by our veterans who earn them. We're attending protests around the country. We're helping to set up town hall meetings where politicians fail to show and where we list all of the grievances that Americans have as a result of these draconian cuts that are happening. If you want to be part of it, I encourage you to do just that. Stand up for our veterans by joining the Back 40. And you can do that in a couple of simple ways. First, you can go to www.theback40official, all spelled out, theback40official.com, all spelled out, and enter in your information to join the Back 40 there. And then request to join our Discord, where we talk about all of the things that we're doing right now to defend these services that are so critical to our country. Then I'm going to ask you to do something else. If you get a moment, I'm going to ask you to talk to the veterans in your life and to thank them once again for their service. But I want you to add on a special commitment. I want you to commit to all of them that you're not only going to thank them for their service, but you're going to do everything you can to fight for the health care that they deserve. If we all do that and we don't let up and we hold our politicians accountable, we'll win this battle for our veterans across the country. Hey guys, I'm Will. That's the Back 40, and have a great day.